Hello and welcome to your show. I'm your host, Ernest Lee. Welcome to PCC Outreach, here where you learn a lot of things about Pitt Community College. Any and everything that's out there, we want to make sure that you're listening to the show or watching the show. Make sure that you're passing the word on about all the great things that are going on at Pitt Community College, where the community college is here to serve you, and you. So again, we're late in the semester now, and we're looking forward to next year and make sure that, and we know that during the holidays, a lot of people are trying to get in school. So Pitt is ready for you. So let people know we are ready. We're continuously registering students. So therefore, we're ready. We just want to make sure that you're ready. But again, with all the great things that are going on out there, the things that you hear here, make sure you pass it on to any and everyone in the community to let them know that we have something for you, and you. We have a great show for you today, so sit back and relax. But again, get that pencil and paper and take notes on what's going on so that you can continue to pass the word on about the great things that are going on at the community college. We want to welcome to the show this morning. We have two guests with us, and I don't like to steal anybody's thunder, so I'm gonna just let them both of them just introduce themselves this morning and tell us a little bit about their job title and what they do at Pitt Community College. So we'll start off first with Mr. Spain.
Right. All right. Thank you, Mr. Leaf. First, let me say just thank you for the opportunity to be here and serve you on this morning. My name is JasminSpain, everyone. I serve here at Pitt Community College as the Assistant Vice President of Student Support, where entailed my responsibilities are to enhance and support students for everything outside the classroom, whether they need counseling services or want to get engaged with student leadership, down to career services. We know that when it comes to Pitt Community College, as you said, Mr. Lee, that we want to provide a lot of opportunities, especially opportunities for employment for our people and to improve the quality of life of our folks. And so I say all that to say is that the career services department is also in my area to prepare students by providing them with resume assistance, mock interviews, etc. But also in regards to employment, we also have the workforce development side. And we've been blessed to be able to provide training and assist students with getting gainful employment. Other responsibilities also include our student support services, even for those individuals who have learning challenges, Office of Accessibility. But one of our most prideful departments is our Minority Male Success Initiative here at the college, which of our 58 community college, we are one who actually have a program, and it's essentially designed to improve the quality of life and the success outcomes of our minority male students here. Been employed here at PCC for about 15, no, not 15. I'm giving myself too many years here. 12 years, 12 long but good years here. We've made great strides here. So thank you for having me on the show, Mr. Lee. Thank you.
Okay, and I think you have a guest with you also today.
Yes, good morning, everyone. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Lee, for giving us this opportunity. My name is JeremiahDavid. I'm the Minority Male Success Initiative Specialist at Pitt Community College, and I work specifically with the high school population. And my goal is to help to empower these students and help them with the transition from high school to the college level. We want to empower and prepare our Black males specifically to come to the school and help them to address any barriers and anything that may be in their way that hinders them from achieving their highest potential.
Okay. Now, I guess between the two of you guys, we definitely want to talk about that this morning. So tell us a little bit more about what's going on with the Minority Male Initiative on campus.
All right, I'll start off, Mr. Lee, in regards to what we have operating at the current moment. As we know that we've been having some challenges in regards to the pandemic where we're not fully back rocking and rolling here on campus with all of our students, but we are still meeting with students as we need to. And our meeting with students, it extends beyond just just talking about our coursework. When we meet with students, we talk about life. We talk about life being a minority male in this world, in society, and how the challenges that we have to overcome as minority men affect our ability to get things done in the classroom. When you have students who are challenged with levels of racism, discrimination, et cetera, especially from a historical perspective of even down to the point of being told that we would be killed will be lynched for trying to get an education, to learn how to read, to learn how to write. Things just kind of trickle over the years. And because of the way that the systemic and institutional racism has been embedded into our society over time, it also has had some tremendous challenges on our minority males being able to obtain an education, especially when they don't have areas of support in place. And so the goal of our Minority Male Success Initiative is to help our young men to overcome those barriers and those challenges that society has put in place, but also to hold these young men accountable for their own success as well. So we try to put those things in motion. So then that way that our minority males know that they have some level of support at the institution.
Now, David, is that right, David?
Yes, that's true.
Okay.
Well, excuse me. We hope to utilize everything that Mrs. Spain says. We want to get into the campus and meet the young men early. So we want to get there and meet with about a group of 10 to about 15 young men on campus and really help to address the needs that they are facing. So some of them may be interested in going into the workforce after high school. Some of them may be interested in coming straight to college. So we want to create that. We want to create the personnel on campus so that when the students come, they'll be able to meet with different folks so that they can become familiar with the college experience. A lot of times with our Black males, when they come to college, it's almost like they're dumped off into a university setting and they're saying like, hey, we want you to just go achieve your best, but we don't give them that support that they need. So we want to be able to give them support by first meeting with them, meeting them where they're at, addressing the needs that they have, and then trying to keep them along, kind of almost being like their cheerleader for them to help them to be able to accomplish what they need during their time when they're at campus. And it might not always be degree oriented. We have a great workforce development program here on campus. So some of them may be interested in going straight into the workforce, and they may need some certifications or may need some extra schooling to be able to go right into their workforce. So we want to make sure we can identify that and help these students out to achieve their best potential.
Now, let me ask you a question. With this program, and I know you say that you're trying to get to them early and things like that, but people are listening to the program, especially parents, what would you say and how would they get connected to your program? What should they do if they're in the high school or they already here on campus, or they're looking at coming to college? How do they get in contact with you, or how do you guys go about that as far as trying to find the students? Because we know there's more than enough out there that need your services.
Right, Jeremiah, I'll let you begin with the high school program and give a little bit more in-depth information as to what's going on right now.
Okay.
So right now we've been reaching out to the counselors and different specialists on campus for them to identify the students that are interested in either attending Pitt Community College or have expressed no interest in doing any aspirations for college afterwards. So once we identify those students, I'll be going to the campus beginning in 2022 to present some workshops for them, like Welcome to Pitt Community College, a workshop on financial aid, workshop about time management, workshops about self-expression, professionalism. We want to make sure that they get those seeds planted in their minds so that they realize how important it is to obtain this education so that they can be serviceable young men in the community.
Now, Jazz, one of the things that I do know that we've had a program for a while now, and you've done some great things definitely with the program. And are you looking at doing some of those things again? I know we used to bring them to campus for a day to look at programs and things of that. And I know the pandemic has slowed some of that stuff up. Are you looking to get back to some of that stuff?
Definitely, Ernest. Mr. Lever, I'm sorry. A part of the program that Jeremiah will be responsible for is to take those young men and meet with them on a monthly basis. So that 10 to 15 that he's talking about, that's 10 to 15 at each one of the institutions. And being that, the program is rather new, we've never had a program that went exactly into the high schools. We had moments where we would go in and meet with young men, but nothing very formal where we actually hired someone like we've done with Jeremiah. So each month he'll be meeting with them. And what we're going to do is in April, between the days of, what is it, Jeremiah, April 25th to the 27th?
27th. Correct.
Yeah, what we did was we decided to break the schools down by twos. And so we're going to bring a student in for college bound for by 2 schools each day. We're going to go back to the old way we were doing things, and we're bringing them to campus. Unless we're told otherwise, those young men are going to be on our campus. They're going to be able to tour our campus, have our same motivational speakers, engaging with them learning about the programs, engaging with one another. Because one of the purposes of putting the program in the high schools, one of the things I was noticing, Mr. Lee, was that those young men, when they were coming in, they only spent a day with us, but when they got to campus, they hadn't really had a chance to get fully connected. So what happened is that the conversation shifted from that to, okay, you know what, let's have a conversation about how do we get them guys connected at an earlier time, where they built the relationship with somebody like Jeremiah, so that when they get to campus, they've already had interaction with him, but they also get a chance to see myself and those others who are responsible for the college program. And with that put in place, when they arrive, they don't feel like they have to go fishing for somebody. And you know how guys are, let's just be honest, how we are in regards to trust. And folks, I can meet you one day, it doesn't mean I'm going to come looking for you later on. I got to build a relationship with you, brother. And so this gives an opportunity for Jeremiah to put in place, but connect with us men who work here on campus, who will be working over the program. And essentially College Bound is going to be a celebration for these young men as they transition over this way. So to answer your question, yes, sir, we are.
Okay, well, Jeremiah, I probably can direct the question to you, and well, of course, Jazz too. But over the years when we had the program, one of the things that happens to me when I'm out there and people hear about the program, they go, "Well, I heard y'all just did this on campus with these guys," And I'm gonna speak to you right now as an angry parent. Okay, I want to know how my kid is in the high school, but they didn't know nothing about this program. Now, I need my child. I hear y'all got 15 in every high school, but my child need to be in this program. How do I connect?
Go ahead, Jeremiah.
I think the best way for them to do that is word of mouth. When I'm on campus, I'll be meeting with the students, and then if some of their peers and stuff have friends out there, they can spread the word out there saying that, hey, there's this guy on campus that's coming out here teaching us about Pitt Community College and coming to these different programs, these college tours and stuff. Word of mouth will be the best thing. And then we could also use different flyers that we're going to be creating. The students can talk to their counselors and talk to the counselors about the program that we're going to have. And if their parents are really interested, just ask your children, hey, are there any programs on campus where you can get engaged in and you can meet with somebody if they're interested in going to college? That's what we're specifically targeting, students that are interested in attending Pitt Community College, or just the students that just need that extra push. Some students really aren't always ready for college right after high school, but they still need to be doing something. So we want to find those students that are interested in going to college, and then the students that really I never really considered going to college. I don't really know what to do when I graduate from high school. And so we want, if those are the students that are kind of indifferent about college, those are the students we're trying to identify. So it's really just the word of mouth from different students, parents just being proactive, or parents or guardians, coaches, anybody who your children come in contact with, just talk to them about the program that we have here at Pitt Community College, and to help to create that support base for them to come to this campus. Because I have to go to the different schools, and so sometimes you may miss some students. There's nothing personal or nothing intentional that we're doing. But sometimes you might see me in the hallways, like, hey, are you the guy that works with the minority male program at Pitt Community College? And we'll talk to you and we'll see what we can do from there.
And if I can add in, Ernest, if I can add on to Mr. Lee, one of the things that if for those out there listening right now, that one of the reasons why it's only 10 to 15 at each school is because of the volume. So essentially, when you take 10 to 15, you go from a range of about 90 students that Jeremiah will be responsible for. And what happens is that when you are at 90 students that one person is responsible for, you start to take a look at, well, how effective can that individual be if we take on more? But I'm in the mind frame, Mr. Lee, that we need to bring in more of these young men because we know that there's a need out there. When we start looking at the college breakdown of performance and success for Black males, they're at the bottom when we break down all of the demographics. So I say all that to say is that for those that are out there, we are always engaging in that conversation of having their young men be a part. But I also believe that if we can also engage in conversations about, hey, we need more support on your campus. We need more men to be able to come out and work with this population, because essentially that with Jeremiah just being one individual, there's so many other young men who need that assistance. So the more we can have to support, the more young men we can bring in. So for all the parents that's out there that's listening, please always test those waters to challenge us to do better on our end so that we can help support the young men that's coming out. But for your question about that parent, man, because I am ready for that parent to come in and be like, look, my kid needs to be a part of this program. Tell me about this program. And that's also where a challenge comes in with the counselors as to, well, who do we select? Because it can be very difficult. If you got 50 young men that say, I'm interested in coming to PCC, or I have no college direction right now, and they need to get connected, that's a good problem to have. That's a real good problem to have. But we got to be prepared, like for an angry parent, like just like you gave the example, to be able to give them some good meat and potatoes, because we can't afford to give you any kind of fly by the seat BS when we all know that this is a population that needs the most help.
Right. And I want to add in there for those of you who are listening, Pitt Community College, we're talking about one program here that will help young Black males, but we do have other programs, and we want to make sure that Mr. Spain, you just made a very important point there. Challenge the college, ask the college, find out what's going on, with the college. I mean, we have the trade programs in the high school, we have early high school, find out, even we have other programs, short-term training. We're doing 6-week introductory trade classes just to give them some idea of what work is like out there in some amazing fields that pays a lot of money when we're talking about short-term trainings, such as electrical, heating and air, and welding, and carpentry and plumbing, that we do this, and the qualifications are so minimal, and basically the qualifications for that is a warm body.
Right.
It's a warm body. We need a warm body to sit there, because these people need people to go to work. And when you train young like that, it's hard. I mean, it's hard. You go through life and nobody can take that training away from you, but so many programs at the community college to assist people, to help them get in college. And you guys, we definitely want to thank you for stopping by and talking a little bit about today, because it's a great program. But you can't just get away like that. We have a couple of minutes for Mr. Spain and David. You also kind of give us some lasting thoughts here for people that are listening, how to contact you and what they should do.
Right. I know, Mr. Lee, opportunities like this are very, very important, and to keep this conversation going. And this conversation about Black males and Black male success a lot of times get pushed to the wayside because, people don't take this seriously. But if the support is in place, this population, this group of students can be very successful, and it can help change the dynamic, because the lack of support, it hurts their confidence. It makes them feel like they're not accepted. And that's the last thing that we need to be in place. Society already paints a bad picture of Black males in general, and we got to do everything possible in order for us to put them in places of success. But it is going to require people to give these Black men a chance, opportunity to be heard, opportunity to be respected. And because of that, it will increase their confidence and the chances that they have to be successful and feel like they are a part of a society that will welcome them in as opposed to being a part of society that they get looked down upon. So what I am challenging the community and others is to respect this population of Black men and to give them the same opportunities for success, and see exactly what comes of that.
Okay, David, any final thoughts with the high school?
The most important thing for me is just changing the narratives, taking control over the narratives and stories that are often presented about Black males and presenting it in a more positive light. not just locally, but globally, within the media and stuff, how we're depicted oftentimes, just changing the narrative of what it means to be a Black man in America today.
Okay, now, as a parent listening to you guys right now, how would I get in contact with either one of you?
Yeah, I can be reached here at the college at jlspain@email.pitcc.edu or at our 252-493-7211.
Okay.
And
go ahead,
I can be
David.
reached at jdavid@email.pitcc.edu, and my phone number is 252-493-7506.
Guys, we certainly thank you for coming by, talking with us today about this great program. And I got both of you on camera right now. So with that, I'm going to ask you to promise. I want you to make a promise to the folks out there that you're going to come back and talk to them again real soon about your program.
Got my word.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I need. I got you on camera. Okay. We appreciate it, guys. And for those of you who are listening, again, great program at Pitt Community College. Again, Pitt Community College is here for you. We have these programs out there, and they are amazing programs. We are trying to get it right. We're trying to get it right, but we need your help. And the things that you heard here today, please pass the word on about the things that are going on. Please talk to high school students, parents, anybody that you know, your churches, your community, anywhere you go, your job. Let them know that we're doing these great things, and we got these great brothers at Pitt Community College that are doing these great things. So, and let somebody know what's going on and to give us a call. So we thank you guys again for stopping by. We thank you for listening. We thank you for all you do and listening and watching and absolutely being a deputy for the Pitt Community College outreach. Everyone that listens to the sound of my voice is deputized to recruit for Pitt Community College. So we thank all of you also. So until next week, we'll see you with a brand new show.